So unfortunately, we lost audio after this last catch. But right now what I'm doing is I'm just out here finding schools of bass, roaming, crappie that are schooled up, roaming in deep water. So I'm about 30 foot of water. Most of the bass were in like 8 to 10. The crappie I was catching was like in 12 to 16 foot. The bass were super aggressive today. If I got that bait past them and brought it over their head, they would dart at it and hit it pretty quick. I didn't have to mess with them much. The crappie, on the other hand, I mean, I had to really finesse them. If 2 or 3 of those crappie didn't go after the bait, I probably wasn't catching them. I had so many followers, so many short strikes where they just nipped the tail. But for some reason, they wanted a bigger bait today. Couldn't really drop on them. Here I drop on one, and that's the only one I caught dropping on them. But they wanted a bigger profile bait. I was catching the bass on. That jig head of a 1/4 ounce Yum forward-facing sonar jig with a Yum minnow. That's what I was catching everything. I caught most of my crappie on it. I caught all the bass on it besides one that I caught while I was dropping. But yeah, I mean, the wintertime fishing was very fun. It's starting to become one of my favorite things to do just because those bass and crappie, you think they wouldn't be eating, but they're almost more aggressive now than they are, spring, summertime. They're just schooled up. They're easy to find. You can find them in deep water roaming. And if you can get to them and get a bait on them, you can catch them. I mean, really the biggest thing I've noticed is just what size profile of bait they want, and then the size jig head you're using. If you're using, if they want a 3/8 out, they want it kind of falling and moving quick. Do they want it slow? You need to, kind of drop down to like a 1/4 ounce where you can just kind of get it over their head and keep, enticing them to do that. But I mean, overall, it was a fun day. It was a little slow, but we caught fish, and there were boats all around us today fishing, and I didn't see anyone else catch a fish. And I saw a guy throwing an A-rig all day and didn't catch anything, and he was scoping too. So we're starting to learn. We're starting to figure it out. So eventually I'm going to get down to Lake of the Ozarks and start trying to do some of this at the lake. I know Dad's been there. He caught like a 5-pounder the other day doing that with the jig head minnows. So pretty good start to the year so far. Looking forward to getting the tournament started and getting to the national tournament on the home lake this year. So keep following along. Please like, subscribe, and keep following us. We appreciate all the support. Finished up on the water with Tanner. Got a few. Got some more, so I'll let you see. Tanner's gonna let these go because we're not keeping them, so toss them back. And he's gonna tell me. We ended up catching 4 or 5 bass, and then 7 or 8 crappie. So I had a little mess that I kept, but we decided we weren't gonna clean fish tonight. We have hot wings instead, so that is what we're gonna do. But crappie are a little finicky today with the cold. When I found bass, we caught them, but yeah, the crappie, I don't know how many followers I had. I mean, tons. And every time they'd hit it and I'd pull it out of their mouth. They seem to want like the bass, the jig I use